starting, Mr. Brian, up there? I thank you for my breath, my life, my soul. Mod ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam shechazarta bi nishmati rabba emunatech. Thank you, God, for that as we start our prayers together.
Mod ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam. Mod ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam.
For those who are wearing a talis, as we begin our services, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher geshem b'tav tzivanu lohitateh batzitzit. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the universe, has given us commandments. Command us to wear a talis, the garment of our responsibility. Our prayer book can be found digitally online, and you see the link on our YouTube channel or on my Facebook Live feed or on Rabbi's Facebook Live or on our website, shirshalom.org, where you can download that and follow along if you'd like to follow in the print version of the prayers. We begin our service now on page 56 of our morning service. Elu devarim she'ein lahem shi'or. These are obligations in life that have no bounds. These are the responsibilities in which we must participate for to enjoy the fruits of this world and any world to come, performing acts of love and kindness, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, welcoming guests, visiting the sick, celebrating with the wedding couple, honoring our parents, consoling the bereaved, being devoted to prayer, achieving peace where there is strife. For the Torah, a study of Torah is equal to them all because it leads to them all.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorai, Ata barata, Ata yitzarta, Ata nefachta bi, Ata mishamra, Mishamra b'kirbi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorai. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorai.
Continue on page 63 with Psalm 92. It's good to give thanks to God, to sing praises to your name, to tell of your love in the morning, and to sing of your faithfulness at night, playing with an instrument of 10 strings, sounding the lute and stroking the harp. Your works have made me rejoice, and your glories move me to sing. How great are your works, God, how profound your design.
The insensitive will never appreciate your creations,
nor will the fool understand life's meaning. The wicked may flourish like grass, the evil may multiply. They are all doomed to failure, but you, O Eternal, shall be exalted forever. All shall proclaim that Adonai is just. Let every living being bless your name. Let every spirit glorify our God forever. Throughout all time, we'll have no ruler but you, our God. You guide the world with love and touch each of your creations with care and kindness. You neither slumber nor sleep. You cause the speechless to utter words, the wrongly imprisoned to go free. You support the fallen, heal the sick, and raise up the lonely. To you alone do we give thanks as we rise together for our call to worship.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvorei choshech, oseh shalom uvorei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha v'rachamim. Uv tuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Praise be the eternal our God, ruler of the world, who makes light to shine and darkness to descend upon us. God has taught us the meaning of peace and shapes all things that we touch. With compassion, God gives the earth light and renews the work of creation day by day. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita ma'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha. Ta'am orei or sha'asita yefa'arucha sela. Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir, v'nizket chulanu mehira oro. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ham orot. How great are your works, God! In wisdom you make them all. The earth is filled with your creations. For the glow
of the stars
and the work of your hands, let all of your creations give you praise. Shine a new light upon Zion,
that we may swiftly merit its radiance. Blessed is the eternal maker of the morning light.
Great is your love for us and abiding your compassion. Our ancestors trusted in you. You taught them how to value life. Be gracious now to us. With kindness, guide us with your understanding, so we might both learn and teach the laws of truth. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Blessed is our God, who in love has chosen Israel to be a people.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
And on page 68, these enduring words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives. Faith has been our rock and our help. We watched God's wonders when we went free from Egypt. When slavery's
chains were broken, we witnessed it.
May those who have the faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind. O God, in whom we have all hope, we glorify your name now, as our people have praised you throughout.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, שירה חדשה שבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל ופדי חינומך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
In preparation for the Amidah, we rise together and we take a moment for our own private prayers, either following the words of our prayer books on page 70 or following the words within our own hearts. Please pray silently.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. Adonai, my rock and my Redeemer. Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
We sanctify your name on earth, even as your holiness is proclaimed in the heavens above and throughout time and space. In the words of the prophet Isaiah, we say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the whole earth is God's glory.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech ol haaretz, Kevodo, Baruch Kavod, Adonai, Mimekomo, Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohai Zion, Ledor vador, Hallelujah.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed is Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Our God and God of our ancestors, accept our rest as a sacrifice of time and space. Let us share in your world by celebrating creation day by day. Purify our hearts so that we might be honest and upright, forgiving and compassionate. Blessed are you, O God of truth, who helps us to make the Sabbath a part of our life and our heritage of joy. Look with favor, O God, upon your people Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May it be your will to accept our worship and our deeds. Blessed are you, who alone we serve in reverence. Eternal source of good, we thank you for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Help us, O God, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts and the joy of freedom. For all of this, your name shall be blessed and praised forever.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת מקדשי שביעי שבת כולם יספרו ויתענגו טובך שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת זכר למעשה וראשית שבת זכר למעשה בראשית שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת.
Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your majesty. All who hallow the seventh day shall find happiness in your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation.
Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. Oh, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova, uveracha. Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 oh sim 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 shalom sim 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 shalom sim 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 shalom tova uveracha.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace. We continue with the service for the reading of Torah. It's found on page 79 of our prayer books. It shall come to pass in the fullness of time that the mountain of the Eternal's house shall be established as the highest mountain and raised above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many peoples shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Eternal, to the house of the God of Jacob. Then we may be taught the ways of our God and walk in the path of the Almighty. Please rise.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kama'asecha Malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Adonai yos le'moyitin Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Ki mitzion תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים על שלושה דברים העולם עומד.
Our Torah portion this morning comes from the book of Leviticus, from the second portion within it known as Tzav, which we'll be telling you a little bit more about later on. And I don't know what page number it's on if you have a blue commentary at home. So we are going to be beginning in chapter 6, verse 1 of Leviticus, though. Please join with me for the prayer, the blessing before the reading of Torah. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch
Adonai barach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Tzav et Aharon ve'et banav lemor. Zot Torah ha'olah hi. Ha'olah al mokdah al hamizbeach kol halayla ad haboker. Ve'esh hamizbeach tukadvo ve'lavash hakohen mido vad umichnesevad yilbash al besaro ve'hirim et hadeshen asher tochal ha'esh et ha'olah al hamizbeach. V'samu etzel hamizbeach ufshat et begadav ve'lavash begadim acherim ve'hotzi et hadeshen el michutz lamachane el makom tahor v'ha'esh al hamizbeach tukadvo lo techave v'uvaer aleha hakohen etzim baboker v'ya'aroch aleha ha'olah v'hiktir aleha havi hashlamim esh tamim tukad al hamizbeach lo techave. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Those last verses that Rabbi read for us from Tzav, from our parashah, says literally, and the fire will burn forever upon the altar. It will never be put out. The fire for the sacrificial offering on the temple would be there. And for anyone who's been camping, made a campfire, had a fire in their fireplace, we understand it takes continuous work to keep the fire going. That anytime we're distracted or maybe we fall asleep for a while, we wake to seeing the fire is naturally out. Because logs have to be frequently rearranged and keeping those coals glowing. But imagine if that commandment has to be fulfilled, that it is always burning perpetually. Imagine that the care that had to be focused on and had to be noticed at all times. And that was the responsibility of the priests. So several priests, that was their only job. And they took it with such commitment and dedication, for the commandment says it must continually burn. It always has to burn. They believed the world depended on the sacrifices, so the altar fire had to keep going. It was their holy duty to be done with love and devotion. Rabbi Avraham Yitzhak Kook, the chief rabbi of the pre-state of Israel, wrote, "One is forbidden to extinguish the thirst for God which burns in every heart." We're told a person who extinguishes an ember on the altar has violated the prohibition of it will never be put out. That line from Talmud there that links to the Torah portion. And this is all more true, Rav Kook said, for one who extinguishes an ember of the spiritual fire in the spiritual altar, that which is the Jewish heart. Today, there are no priests to care for our spiritual fires, and the job falls on each of us. And there are times people think that that is the duty of the rabbis and a cantor or of religious school teachers or B'nai Mitzvah tutors. But the reality is that each of us has that responsibility. And I think that in this day and age, right now, with the reality of what we experience in a pandemic, when we are praying from our homes, when we're living solely in our homes, how much more important is that commandment, that that spiritual fire must come from within and that we have to tend to it. So the question is now, what are we doing to stoke that fire? What are we doing to ignite that, to keep it going, to make sure that we're engaged and connected and feeling the vibrancy of community even remotely? And it's upon each of us to study a little, to read a little, to notice a little. Here, as we get ready for Pesach this week, to creatively find ways to inspire ourselves. And if we're not sure what to do, to reach out to someone who might be able to help us tend that fire. Because it is upon us. Because months from now, we'll look back on these days and say, what do we do to make our time worthwhile? What do we do to ignite that fire and keep that spiritual passion within us? Because it's a story we'll tell for generations to come. Because it's how we keep our tradition going, as generations before us have given us that spark, that fire as well. We may not be able to solve all of our problems in a quick teach, in a moment of prayer, in one Shabbat, but it can lift us up to always engage, to keep connected, and to make sure the fires are burning that give us strength and carry us forward. It's a lesson that we'll always hold on to forever. Amen. I love the resounding amen from the congregation this morning. It's very affirming for me. Sorry. One way we connect as community is in prayers of strength that we ask for, in prayers of healing, in prayers of Mishaberach that we can find on page 87 of our prayer books. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'imutena Sarav Kalei Avrachel Hu Yivrech et Cholim. Merciful God, who has blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Becca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness and anxiety, especially those friends and family we think of this time. Alyssa Oto and Carol Binder, Eugene Blakeman, Joel Bussell, Pat Carey, Karen Kasman, Bill Cooperstock, Lisa Dorff, Miriam Farber, Gary Fishman, Paul Fulton, Adele Giba Band, Joe Gilbert, Howard Goldberg, Paul Goldberg, Charles Gross, Andrew Halo, Crystal Halo, Helen Harris, Hank Heiser, Batya Penina, Jerry Hoffman, Harriet Hoffman, Vera Hopkins Gordon, Rebecca Horn, Sarah Jacobson, Michael Kahn, Rick Kornspan, Yvonne Krasny, Henry Leopold, Nancy Levine, Zoe Marcus, Beth Margolin, Joyce Maza, Ellie Meisler, Deborah Mursky, Scott Miles, Ian Norden, Lori Nosenchuk, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Eric Perez, Leslie Pillings, Sarah Pomerantz, Miriam Leah, Badanelva Esther, Alan Rosen, Marcy Rosenbaum, Stuart Rockman, the St. Amman family, Ernest Schoen, Amy Selmanoff, Sonia Sklar, Fran Sohn, Evelyn Soroka, Toby Stein, Stephen Stillwater, Chaim Shmuel ben Noach, Kocha ben Noach, Sherry Weiner, Loretta Ziegelman, all those battling coronavirus both at home and in hospitals, as well as the 20,095 American troops who have been injured in Iraq and Afghanistan and the surrounding areas to date, and all the names in our hearts. Baruch, Atah Adonai Rapha Cholim. Bless you, God, to give strength to those in need.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing
a special Mishaberach, a prayer for the healers. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who put themselves at risk to care for the sick, physicians and nurses and orderlies, technicians and home health aides, emergency personnel and pharmacists, hospital social workers, respiratory therapists, and mental health professionals. And bless those who continue to go above and beyond, those working daily in our grocery stores, those who drive medical supplies to our homes, those delivering necessities to our families, cooking meals for so many, everyone who puts the needs of others above their own, navigating the unfolding dangers of the world each day, tending to those who they've sworn to help. Bless them in their coming home and bless them in their going out. Ease their fear, sustain them, source of all breath, healer of all beings, protect them and restore their hope. Strengthen them, that they may bring strength to others. Keep them in health, that they may bring healing. Help them know again a time when they can breathe without fear. Bless the sacred work of their hands, and may this plague pass from among us speedily and in our days. Amen.
Bless those in need of healing with Rafua Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
On page 91 of our prayer books.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
The mystics teach us that the Kaddish has different meanings every time it is recited. In their minds, it is a prayer that links earth to heaven and bridges the chasm between the living and the dead. The Kaddish is the assurance that the soul is enduring and the human spirit is indestructible. It is a prayer that permits a child to remember a parent and a parent to remember a child. It is an opportunity to bind wounds and bring generation closer to generation. In light and in darkness, it is all of these and more, for it is our people's memory of the best that life has to offer. And so on this Shabbat, we think of those friends and family who have been taken from us in these most recent days, whose Shiva, Shloshim, and Shana we mark. Representative Isaac Robinson, Carol Metzger, Helen Harris, Rosa Ernstein, Jeannie Feinstein Potash, Jack Bacalar, Elise Rollins, Leslie Leiter, Robert Fenton, Hillary Tarr, Irvin Kessler, Pam Vicky Gottlieb, Irene Kleinbard, Melvin Mintz, Bruce Early, Jason Poland, Stephen Averbuck, and the 2,420 Americans in our armed forces lost in Afghanistan and the surrounding areas to date. And to their memory, we add those whose anniversary of passing we commemorate, those whose yahrzeit we commemorate. Marvin Barkin, Alvin Barnett, Rachel Carrick, Lawrence Chadwick, Elizabeth Clamage, Ethel Coleman, Leo Cooper, Morris Irving Cooper, Arlene Cummins, Robert Cutler, Francis Davis, Sophie Eisenberg, Harry Eisenstein, Ethel Cohen Elson, Victor Finn, Ethel Fisher, Ann Fogel, Ruth Lambert Frank, Rose Fridson, Bernice Friedman, Albert Fruman, Shirley Gamsu, Gerson Garbio, Ruth Garber, Rose Glazer, Perry Gold, Herbert Goldberg, Morris Goldberg, Harvey Jaslov, Ida Junker, Irene Francis Cash, Dorothy Kasmer, Martin Leschman, Harry Levinson, Joel Lubin, Irving Mannheimer, Gerald Manco, J. Allen Markowitz, Anthony Meisner, Ruth Miller, Irma Mogul, Gia Negabor, Shoshana Rival, Al Rowan, Jerry Rosen, Marilyn Rosner, Sella Rubenstein, Eddie Reich, Fred Safran, Wendy Schaefer, Robert Schechter, Sander Burton Schiff, Ann Sue Schwartz, Betty Shore Singer, Edith Snyder, Marshall Stillman, Judith Erden, Ruth Volker, Jerry Warshawski, Dora Weisstein, Bernice Wolf, Fred Zeidman, along with all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Do we join together as one community, as one family, in the immortal words of the Mortis Kaddish as found on page 96 of our prayer books. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach firtei v'amlich malchutei, b'chayachon uv'yom yachon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, huyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all the bereaved among us here and everywhere. As together we say, amen.
Oseh shalom b'mamav, huyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mamav, huyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbos, Rabbi.
Shabbos. Nice having Cantor back with us after her couple weeks away in quarantine and healthy.
Really nice to be back.
And for the three of us to
So
share,
great.
right?
Yes.
So Pesach's around the corner. Is Shabbat Hagadol, the great Sabbath, linking us with Pesach, the Shabbat before our Seders and before the holiday. So a couple Hodaot about Pesach, Rabbi?
So for those that would like to participate in a community Seder on the first night, our Michigan clergy from the Metro Detroit area actually have put together a pre-recorded Seder so that you can watch it at your table and have a Seder led for you. Cantor and I are both going to be a part of that one. If you're interested in receiving that link to be able to watch that, feel free to give us a call in the office at 248-737-8700 and during normal office hours starting on Monday, and we'll be able to share that link with you. On Tuesday night for the second night Seder, we have our community Seder that night that we'll be hosting virtually. So if you'd like to be a part of that with Cantor and Rabbi and me, feel free to, again, call the office or email Audrey at shearshalom.org, Audrey, and she can sign you up and send you the link for that as well. If you're somebody that's being safe and responsible and you're not going to the grocery store unless you need to, or you need a little bit of help getting some matzah to be able to
We hope everyone's being safe and responsible and staying home, but
to help you do that, to make sure that you're not going out into the grocery store or other places unless you need to, we have some matzah that we are going to be distributing. So on Tuesday, if you'd like to receive a box of matzah from us at Temple as a gift to you to celebrate Passover and to be able to fulfill that commandment of eating the matzah as you tell the story of Passover, you can call the office again and sign up for a slot to drive through the parking lot where we'll have you open up your trunk and drop a box of matzah in it for you to be able to celebrate. So if you're interested in that, feel free to call the office for that too. So lots of great ways to be able to celebrate.
wonderful. Any other Tish questions right now? I'm looking on YouTube or on Facebook, and I think it's a very quiet congregation this morning, right? Well, it's a number of people who have joined us. I don't know, 50, 60 people who are with us right now, which is great to see.
Delightful.
So Faith asked, does Shir Shalom have any face masks, or do you know where there are some available? So it depends on the face mask that you're looking for. If you're looking for one that's protective so that you don't spread it if you're somebody that might be contagious, or to minimize that, to put one over a cloth one, for example, we do have a couple of those that we can share with you that we can put in the mail and drop off in the mail for you. In terms of the medical ones to prevent germs from getting into your mouth, I don't know where there are some available at the moment.
I do not either as at this moment, though we'll find out, because I know someone in the office who works in our office was making them, and so we may have access to that as well. According to the CDC yesterday, I've been using a bandana and a sweatband that's quite wide that goes over my face. And people think I'm going to rob the supermarket, but I'm limiting my going there, of course, as well.
Oh,
My cousin made this one for me.
that's good.
This prevents spreading, but it doesn't prevent me from
I
I
getting
like
it.
the color,
Works
though.
out well.
That's great. Yeah.
She knows me well. Thanks, Cousin Susan.
Other questions? Well, make sure I didn't miss anyone right here. Don't want to leave anyone out. Oh, wait, I see something else. Hey, hi, Chase Yarber. Good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I haven't seen anyone in a while. That's true. So, awesome. Well, we give thanks for the sweetness of this day as we raise the glass of wine together, the Kiddush cup, and we give thanks for creating community together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. Adonai oz le'emo yitain. Adonai avrechet amo v'shalom. May God give strength to all people, plus all of us here and everywhere with peace. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
I'll go first.